Ta-da. Hi, Ann. So nice to see you again. And I'm kind of liking this 2 o'clock in the afternoon rather than 3. So we'll see how it goes. It was very successful last week. We had a lot of people and a lot of different people from around the world we hadn't met yet. So that's advantageous to us anyway. So anyway, we want to acknowledge Stephanie Rooted Willow. Welcome. You're new, I think, to our channel. Mr. Maurice Evans, he's a member, and Marby Gongora. So as the room picks up, I will be putting a little pun in for myself. For every member that joins my channel, it's $2.99 to join, and you get additional videos. As you guys know, Mr. Maurice, you got to see the oracle messages for the month of June. So I will be doing those as well, putting them out so you get additional videos. But you also get a heads up here. You get additional new emojis to put out there that you want to use. And also, I will be giving you priority when I do the members only lives. You will all get, whoever's in my room that's a member will get a free reading as time permits. Okay. So yeah, this is great. So welcome anybody that's new in the room. So this is how we do it. Anne's had a good week. She lives over in beautiful Yorkshire, England, and she went to see an abbey of what was it? 11? Yeah, it was done in the 11th century and then demolished by King Henry VIII in the 15th century because he wanted to be the head of the church, right? So, but it's beautiful, beautiful. I mean, we know that ruins are beautiful and castles, but she took some pictures and sent them to me, and
we had the weather as well, Brenda. I mean, it's beautiful anyway. Yeah, but on a beautiful midsummer's day with this warm sunshine, it was just
the weather was perfect for you, wasn't it? Yeah, it was beautiful. So we've our weather. I think we've got your weather. We've had a lot of rain, we had the smog from the fires that are out on Western Canada blowing our way, but things have kind of pulled out. Yesterday was very chilly. The wind off of the lake, because the guys, I live on a lake. I live on Lake Ontario outside of Toronto. And yesterday was really nippy. But anyway, today was much warmer. I didn't even need a jacket on. I went to church and I didn't even need a jacket on. So there you go. So Addy Gaddy, hi, sweetie. Nice to see you. Rooted Willow. I love your name. I just love your name. So I tell people when they see Brenda Taro, they go, oh, she spelt tarot wrong. No, I didn't. There's another Brenda Taro, T-A-R-O-T out there. So I didn't have a whole lot of choice. But taro is the center of a root of a plant, certain plants. You can eat taro as well. And so to me, I thought, what a great name, because it's us getting to the root of issues, right? Getting to the center of issues. So T-A-R-O, and you're rooted, Willow, and I like rooted. So beautiful name. I love it. So Mr. Maurice is a member. So we're going to give Mr. Maurice a couple of cards right off the bat before we have any super chat. So anybody that has a specific question, as you know, the people that know me in the room here, you have to make a super chat donation, a minimum of $5, and then you'll get a double reading from both Anne and I on whatever question you want us to focus on. But we're going to concentrate. Mr. Maurice Evans is here right now. He is a member on my channel. So we're going to give him 3 cards just right off the bat to see what we have for him. And then we'll play it by ear and see how today goes as the room fills up. It is Father's Day, so we want to say Happy Father's Day here in my neck of the woods. And
yes, it is here as well.
Yeah. Any fathers here, or our fathers in heaven, or we're thinking of all the fathers, stepfathers, and all of them today. So it could be not very busy because maybe people are busy with their families, right? And so they should be. Okay.
Now, Mr. Maurice has just put. That looks familiar.
I'm using your deck today, so you'll have to correct me if I make mistakes on them.
Oh no, you'll be beautiful.
She has a beautiful deck, the Teacup Tarot, guys. You new people here, and she sells them online. Look at her channel, Anne Ellis Angels, and they're beautiful, and they're nice and big, and they're nice and colorful. Look how big they are. They're beautiful, and the pictures in them are her kids, her daughters, as they were growing up, and every one of them has an angel on them. So they're even, if your knights are on them, they're angels riding motorcycles. So they're really, really cute. So this is her deck. She has other decks as well. Please check her out. They're very reasonable, and you can buy them virtually, which means you can put them on your iPhone and just go, oh, click. Oh, I'd like to shuffle them. Let's see what I can pull up here. I just want a 3-card reading, and they're on your iPhone. Isn't that amazing? So here we go. We're going to give you 3 cards anyway, Mr. Maurice Evans, and then we will give you your reading, okay?
Mr. Maurice has just posted a question, Brenda.
Okay.
So I've pulled more than 3 cards.
Okay, so let's do it as a super chat then.
Because it sounds like.
Okay, here we go.
So you had to do a lot of overtime. Took a day, but I took a day or unscheduled day off. Now I'm receiving warning. Right. So about concerns with your job.
Oh, they gave you. Oh, wow.
Right. Mr. Maurice, thank you so much for your lovely comments every week on my channel without fail. You always send a lovely little message, and I'm so grateful for that. So, your cards, we are starting off. 7 of Cups. This is your overall energy, which is connected to this concerns at work. Now, this is the card of choices. And this is about wise choices. And our lovely little angel here, look, she's looking at all her different options. There are 7 different options there. And most of them are lovely, like a bar of chocolate or they're a butterfly. But there's a little grumpy gingerbread man in this cup here, and you don't want to choose him. So this is a card of you standing back, looking at all your options. It's a real time of assessment. It's not rushing in or making a snap decision. It's looking at all your options. Stay determined. This is the 9 of Wands. Stay determined, stay focused, keep going. Don't give up. Just stay motivated. This is the card of persistence and determination. So keep going. What do you need to focus on? The Hermit. Now, this is one of the major arcana cards. You've got another one coming up in a minute. And in this focus part of your reading, this is you stepping up, leading by example, teaching from experience. This Hermit in the Tarot is a very senior figure who goes within first, works everything out before doing anything else. But then, when they've worked it out, stepping up into a leadership role, leading by example and showing other people the way. How can you help yourself? 9 of Coins. This is lovely. This is you enjoying the results of your hard work. Taking some time out just for you. You were talking about that. You'd been doing a lot of overtime and you've taken this time out. That's really important because otherwise we are working and working. And although it's lovely to work, we do need to recharge our own batteries as well. Guidance from Spirit. We've got another card of assessment. This is the High Priestess. This is your second major arcana card, so it's big energy. And here she is. Look, can you see she's reading books, she's gathering information, she's finding out everything she needs to know before proceeding. This is the card of assessment, stepping back, gathering information and asking yourself, is this what I would really like to do? Is this for me? And this High Priestess makes sure she knows the answer to all of those things before proceeding. So we've got 2 cards here of choices, choosing, assessing. We've got the Hermit card here. Yes, leading by example. But again, it's a card of knowledge and taking your time. So these are all things I need you to just consider when you are working this issue out at work. Your final outcome card is the 3 of Coins. This is you working as part of a team, teamwork, making the dream work. It's everybody working together, putting their own creativity and expertise into the team. And that's where the success can be found. So what do the cards see with the issues and concerns? For you, I would stay motivated, stay calm, stay determined. Do your homework. Find out everything you need to know. Look at all of your options and find out about them all. You've got some homework to do here. I can see you stepping up into a leadership role, really shining your light in the world, but you need to be absolutely certain of all the information you need to know. The 9 of Coins is one of success after hard work. This is, it's a lovely card. You've done the hard work and now it's time for you to enjoy the results of it. But in order to make sure that you're going to be doing that, that's how you can help yourself. Talk it over as well, this teamwork. It might be talking things over with somebody else. You really do need to, rather than rushing in, take your time, step back, gather your energy, stay focused and determined, find out everything you need to know before moving forward. So I think you can handle this really well by being very well informed about everything you need to know. Your rights there, your I can't think of the word, your employment details, everything like that. You really do need to do your homework first, and when you do, that's when things will even out and start to move forward. So Brenda.
Okay, well, mine's pretty good too. I can see your struggle here with the 9 of Wands. You've been thinking about it, worrying about it. This is a card that says don't give up. Yeah. You've created something here. You've had some stability. This is your job, your brick and mortar. This pays, this is your bread and butter. So I can see your concern though here. If you do a lot of overtime, and you're consistent and you're reliable, it's not very good that they should give you a warning because of your attendance. It's not like you're taking every other day off every week. So don't back down, stand your ground, realize your worth, and know that you shouldn't give up on this. Okay. I can see your concern though. That would be a concern if they called you up on the carpet and said, hey, yeah, we notice you're taking time off. But they have to also realize that you are an asset to them. So you've got the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands is you locking horns with them. Both parties here, trying to work out a solution here. The 2 of Wands is, make sure, like Anne says, you get all your ducks in a row, get all the information you need. I know we've talked before about possibly, would you get a promotion in-house? Would you, apply for another job? Or would you move on? Well, I think right now this is kind of a speed bump in the road at work. I don't think this is a permanent issue because I'm looking at the cards and they are improving as I'm reading them. So, get all your ducks in a row. This is about, do I do this or do I do that? It's about making a choice and a decision for you. And only you can make that decision. But before you move on, if you choose that, you need to know you've got gainful employment to go to, or you have enough to live on in unemployment or whatever they give you. You don't want to burn your bridges by leaving where you are. Okay. So, you've got the company you're working for is a postal service. You'll get a pension at the end of the day. As long as everything is steady there, you should be okay. We all need a postal service. So coming in the middle, you've got 20, which is reflections. And this is a card of the judgment card of, am I correct? Yeah, this is yeah. So she calls it reflections. So you're making a judgment call, and it's almost like you're going to get a second chance. You're going to say, okay, I got the warning. Oh, big whoop. I'm not going to take a lot of time off. I'm going to make sure they know that I'm here to rely on, or there's someone else that can fit in my place while I am away. But this is about you getting a second chance. And you're realizing now that you're going to count your blessings, okay, that you've got this chance. Everything's going to be okay. I don't see them letting you go, okay, because of this, right? What they do is they have to give you a warning, right? So they've given you your warning. If you get 2 or 3 warnings, then I'm sure then they have to consider it serious. But, it's not like you've had a lot of warnings before, and you do a lot of overtime. So I think, you're going to be climbing, you're still going to have this ability to stay where you are. The Ace of Pentacles is the Ace of Swords, and that's a new beginning. And that's being able to see things with a clear sight line. Look how she's got this. She's aiming for her bullseye. And because she's got all her information, she's going to be accurate. So you're okay with where you are right now. I do think that you're going to find security, and you will come out a winner at the end of the day, because you've had a warning. Okay. Don't get stressed out about it. Take heed, but know that your job is still secure, because at the end of the day, you've got the Sun, and we know that the Sun is the best card in the entire deck. Okay. Good energy, good luck. I mean, it's good all over well-being, spiritual, mental, physical, all over well-being. So this card is telling me that at the end of the day, don't worry about your job. You're not going to lose your job. Yes, they called you up in the carpet. They've given you a warning. So you've taken the warning. And yeah, so I think you're secure. I wouldn't be worried about that, Mr. Maurice. Okay, you're okay. All right. So that's a relief. Thank you so much. Okay, so after Mr. Maurice, we have the beautiful rooted Willow. So she says, I am interested in knowing what my guides want me to know that I am not picking up in my personal reads, please and thank you. Okay, what do my guides want me to know that I'm not getting? She's not picking up in her personal reads. Okay, so let's see what the guides have to say.
Yeah. How many cards, Brenda, are you doing?
I'm giving 5.
Yeah.
5. Yeah. And if spirit says to put in something extra, go for it. Okay. Yeah. By all means. So I have to say, this is the first time I've used your cards. Usually I don't use Anne's cards because she uses them for this. I use them at other things or in my videos. But I thought today it would be fun for me to use her cards.
We've already had one the same as well, haven't we? That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, Rooted Willow, thank you so much for coming into the room. What a pleasure to read for you. So, what the guides want you to know. So, looking at your cards, you've got one major arcana card coming up, but you're starting off with this King of Pencils. Now, that's the King of Swords in traditional tarot. I don't have swords in my deck. I have pencils. So, this king is an authority figure, and they've learned all their lessons, and they're happy to share that lovely guidance and wisdom with us. They're very much the teacher, the mentor. Now, this king is very good at giving advice, keeping people motivated. This king is very clear thinking, very direct, straight to the point, very, very straightforward, and very often well educated in complex paperwork. So this energy would show up perhaps as a financial advisor or a solicitor or a lawyer or somebody you would ask to look over the small print of a job contract, something like that. So this sort of professional advice. Your help or your hurdle, here comes the Magician, the Major Arcana card. This is lovely. This comes in and says, you are ready. You have everything you need. You can do it. It's that simple. So this is lovely. And this energy from the Magician is really giving you that little arm on the shoulders and a little push just to say, yes, you can. It's all good. You are ready. The focus is lovely. You've got the happy ever after card, the 10 of teacups. This is happiness, joy, fulfillment, happy home life, happy family life. It really is joy, happiness, and optimism. That's what you're needing to focus on. How can you help yourself? 7 of Wands. This is a card of you stepping up and speaking up. This is a card of you being assertive. And the meaning on the card, look, our lovely little angel, she's trying to get to this success flag, but she's got to get past that gateway, and it's got a flock of grumpy sheep behind it. So she'll have to be very assertive with them, but kind, in order to get where she's going. So this is you stepping up and speaking up, saying no, thank you. That's a full sentence. Saying this will work better for me. I'd rather do this. As long as you do it kindly. But here you are. It's time for you to say what you need to say. Guidance from Spirit, the 2 of Coins, is all about balance. Keeping things in balance. You might be juggling all sorts of different things at the moment and trying to keep on top of them all. So this 2 of Coins says, focus on balance, financial balance, get your bank account balanced, work-life balance, get that into balance. How much energy do you give to other people and how much time do you remember to take out for yourself? All of those things need considering. So wise choices and balance going into the equation. And then your outcome is lovely, another 7. So that, when I think of 7s, it's grounding the wisdom, is how I would interpret that. We've got the 7 of swords, 7 of pencils. Here you are, leaving behind the old ways. And now focusing on your needs and your plans. So you're going to put yourself a bit further up the queue now and focus on what you would like, not what you think everybody else would like. So putting you in the driver's seat, stepping up and speaking up, putting yourself and your needs first. It isn't selfish. Sometimes we can think that it is, but it is in fact very good for you. It's self-care. So looking at your cards overall, this card here is very much advice, help coming in. It could be you stepping up into this role of helping other people. Know that you can do it. We've got the happy ever after card, and then these 2 7s about you moving forward decisively, assertively, saying what you need, saying what you would like to do, putting everything in balance, and really moving forward with these fabulous new plans. You may have to do something differently. Letting go of the old ways. It might be an old habit of thinking. It might be something that you just don't need to do anymore. But I do see a fresh start in a slightly new direction, which will suit you down to the ground. So, Rooted Willow, I hope that resonates. Thank you.
Beautiful reading, Anne. Thank you. So when you wanted messages from your guides, I actually have a deck that is okay, messages from your guides. So I pulled them, and I was listening to Anne's messages where she said, it's okay to put yourself first. And by all means, that's where we stand out, we shine, we show who we are and the powers that we have and the gifts that we have therein, without being boastful, without being arrogant. You're letting go of your ego now. Okay. So you're able to go out there and still do that. The ego card in tarot would be representative of the devil card. Okay. So not getting involved in things that, that where you believe that you if you don't get something out of it, you don't want to do it. Okay. So let go of the ego, leave the ego out of it. Often the ego card is, expecting things that are going to happen and they don't. So this is about giving without expectation. And you had said, I'm trying to be kind. I'm balancing. Okay. A lot more, but still you can be assertive. So like I say, you can lay your demands on the table without being aggressive. You can be, as I say, direct. Okay. And you have that right. Follow the golden rule. Yeah. You're being kind. There's your card. Exactly that. And I was sitting here smiling to myself as Anne was doing your reading. And then I saw what you had posted and I thought, how interesting that these cards came up. So you are thinking about yourself. You're stepping out of your ego. You're realizing that you're going to give without expectation. Because when we do, we're showing gratitude. The more gratitude we throw out into the universe, the more abundance we get back. Okay, we have to feel it. We're grateful, because here comes in the 5 of coins, and you may be feeling disappointed about something. This could be the card where you're feeling lack and loss financially, or you may be feeling like you're taking on the world by yourself. Okay, you have this ability of maybe internalizing and taking on all these burdens and feeling as though nobody's there to give you a hand. Well, I'm here to tell you that this is a card of challenge, but it's a card as well that says these challenges can be resolved if you go through those doors of opportunity. And that means don't be too proud to ask. Step out of your ego. Go ask for help. If it's something that you need to know, if it's a financial issue, go to your banks, go to your lending and loaning institutions. Don't be, we all have had to do it maybe at one time in our life when we started out, or things get tough. Don't be afraid to do that. If you need to see somebody for counseling or getting wise and mindful advice, Anne spoke of that with her king. So you could be getting some wise and information that's going to help elevate you, push you through those challenges. And in comes the 6 of coins, and the 6 of coins is, I call it the gift card. This is where push-pull energy back and forth, bouncing ideas back off of each other. But this is a card of generosity. You could be receiving a gift from somebody. Look at these coins falling from above, from heaven. So you could be getting what you need. Okay. Maybe somebody's going to step up and give you time, effort, support, or money. Maybe you're going to inherit something. Maybe there's going to be a bonus coming in. Maybe there's going to be a remittance or a refund or something. But this is a card that says everything goes well. But remember what I said here about following the golden rule and give without expectation. You could be the one, Rooted Willow, that's stepping up to the plate, perhaps to help somebody else. And that's time, effort, support, love, or money, right? So now in the center position, you got the world. Now, basically what we say with the world is at your feet. This is a new cycle, end of one cycle, beginning of a new one. Look at her. She's got her suitcase packed here. What's Anne got written on it? Round the world, job well done. So yeah, it is a card of success. It is, I just noticed there's writing on it. I'm going according to the tarot meaning. And so you're definitely, you could also be in the near future planning a trip for pleasure or for business, even if it's just a short day trip or something. This is your time now to know that the world's at your feet. And it's a successful card because it is in the center position, which is your challenge position. So working towards that goal, the world is your oyster, as they say, but I always say the world's at your feet. So things are going to shift and get better for you. You've got the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is good communication with somebody on an emotional level. This could be somebody coming in, could be a partnership in business or in love, or even a friendship. They want to take the friendship to the next level and have a more open friendship where you guys can confide and spend more time with each other. But it is a card of communicating well with another person, dealing with another person in partnership. Okay. It could be love or friendship or business. Coming in at the end, you've got the, what do we got here? The 11th, number 11, strength. Okay. So strength is that card you have to realize and lean into your strengths. Okay. This is about you. And we all have them. Okay. We have our weaknesses. We have our strengths. So I want you to sit and say, what is my strong point? I'm going to lean into that. Okay. And also looking at things in a more understanding, kinder, compassionate manner. And I always say with this card, don't get caught up in the heat of the moment with the roar of the lion. And then we say things later on we can't take back. We can catch more bees with honey than we ever will with vinegar. So like I said to you earlier, you can lay your demands on the table, but you can be direct without being aggressive. Okay, so you get your point across to the other party you're dealing with or people. But this is a card that says step up into your strengths. Okay, you have them, use them to your best advantage. So thank you so much, Rooted Willow. Let's see what she's got here. Inheritance coming at some point, but now taking care of a sick mom and stepdad, doing a lot of work for mom, finding balance in my voice and working through childhood trauma as well. Whoa, you got a lot on your plate. Wow. You're doing a great job. So step up into your strengths. Okay. When you get those tough times with your mom and your dad, because it is difficult, they can wear you down. Remember, just step back, think about it and just say, what if it was me? What if I was laying there? What if I couldn't walk? What if I couldn't get out of bed? What if I couldn't do this? Right. I deal with a sick husband. I know what that's like. Okay. We all reach our point where we just think, I asked you not to do that. And what happened? You walked without your walker and you fell. Okay. That's what my husband does all the time. And yes, it pulls on our nerves and it also our patience, but we have to say to ourselves, oh dear God, what if it was me? I'm lucky. I'm healthy. I'm here. I can help. Okay. So think about that strengths card. Good for you. That's a hard job. Hi, Wanda. How are you? Thank you so much for requesting this reading. Anne's going to be out here till 8 o'clock because her famous mother is on television again. And yes, in Yorkshire, her mother's 95 years old and she's on television and she's a real corker and she's amazing. So they're doing a 4-part series on the town that her mother and Anne was raised in. And her mother she's like the star of the show.
She's part of it. Yes. Yeah. There are a number of others as well. It's not all her, but
it has to leave at 8 o'clock because she's over in England and it's on her television at a certain time. So isn't that amazing? You never know. You never really what's going to happen, right? Okay, so we're going to write
this.
Right. Let's see. Okay, so our next one here is, we'll go down. You can shuffle your cards for this next one. Is Marby. Marby says, what does Marby want? Marby. You have a question, Marby. I'm looking for you, honey. Marby. General reading. Okay, thank you. Mangason. Hi, welcome. You're a new name to us. Nice to see you. Welcome to our chat room. All righty. Lucky Sprite. Hi, Lucky Sprite. Nice to see you again.
So we've got Marby. Shall I start with Marby?
Please, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Your first card, well, they're all lovely, but this one's particularly lovely. 4 of Wands. This is about you receiving. This is about you being recognized. This is about you being appreciated. Our little angel here, look, she's been given a lovely bunch of tulips and a thank you balloon. It's all well and good to always be the giver, And this is about you receiving this week with grace and with gratitude. Then we've got 2 number 8 cards. So the first one, 8 of coins. This says make sure that you pay attention to all the small details this week. So here we have our little angel putting the final touches to a little batch of baking she's been doing. So this would be, in your case, if there's any small print, make sure you read it twice. Dot the I's, cross the T's. Take care of all those small details, because it's the little details that can make the biggest difference. Then we've got the 8 of Wands. This is when it all takes off. This is delays being over, you juggling lots of different things all at once for the best reason possible. So if anything's felt a little bit slow or a little bit delayed, not for much longer, because this 8 of Wands card, it's like a breath of fresh air. It's like you putting your foot down on the accelerator on the car and off you go, moving forward. Everything moving forward and delays being over. This could happen quite fast. So we've got the Knight of Pencils, Knight of Swords in traditional tarot. These are fast moving energies. They have a motorbike here. This one's flying in on this motorbike. And the message, particularly with this card, is choose with care. So she has a choice of a main road or a bumpy track full of potholes. The choice is hers, but there's a sensible choice and there's not the sensible choice. So take your time, especially if things really take off. Do not be rushed or hassled or feel under pressure to make a decision quickly, because you need to check all the small print first. So it's just absolutely lovely, and it could be really quite exciting, but just step back before you decide. Have a cup of tea and drink it all before you make a decision. And the Unity card, just to finish off, number 5, this is about you talking things over. Here we have all our angels, look, and they are all bringing different things to the table, all their little expertise, and everybody's discussing it, working well together, formulating a plan which suits everybody. So this is about discussion, it's about conversation, it's about collaboration, taking your time. So Marby, a busy few weeks or a busy time for you coming up. It looks absolutely fabulous. Choices to be made for the best reasons possible. So do your homework, talk it over, work well with other people. Just make sure that you've got everything sorted and everything straight. And the overall energy is absolutely fabulous. It's stability, it's happiness, it's celebration, and you being very much appreciated. So I hope that resonates, Marby. Thank you.
Wow, beautiful. Okay. All right, Marby, I'm using 2 decks, and I'm glad I did just for this one, because the same cards, a lot of the same cards turned up for you in this other deck I'm using that turned up with Anne's deck. So the sun comes in. That's your all over energy. You know, at the end of the day, you've got good luck. You've got a beautiful future ahead of you. Okay. This is a card of, everything coming up roses for you, walking in your own light, being able to, hold your chin up a little bit higher, square your shoulders off, and see success coming in. She's walking in that beautiful garden of abundance. Look at that. Now you may see a new beginning coming in, and it's the Ace of Wands is that card of new beginning. Okay. That'll leave you feeling inspired and excited. It's also a yes card. You can see the word yes. So if you've been thinking or expecting something to come into you, it will come in the form of a really good offer, something that's going to get your creative juices flowing. Okay. So it's new growth. It's new talent. It's going forward. It's something that's exciting. It could be anything. It could be a job. It could be anything coming in, but the aces are the beginnings of all things. So there's going to be some new offer coming into you. You may have felt overburdened and pushed. The 10 of Swords tells me you could have been burdened down, overworked, felt as though you had all the work dumped on you and you had to do it. There might have been a time constraint. You might have had a deadline to get things done. Maybe you left things to the last minute. Sometimes this happens, but you're not going to do it again. This is a card that says you get through, you push through. At first you thought you weren't going to get it done. You couldn't see the trees for the forest, or the forest for the trees, but then you get it done. So you don't want to have burnout. You don't want to have, you don't want to go through that. I think you're learning from whatever you did, whatever you felt pushed at doing, you're going to make things easier now. Okay. You're not going to put yourself through that again. Okay. Strength card. Remember I told you it's another card, the same card that came up for the last reading. This is about, it's another yes card. All these cards so far have been yeses. Every one of them are good cards, are positive cards. So 8 is a number that's a very powerful number. Often we manifest, we meditate on that number if we want abundance or money in our life. Now you've got, step into your strengths, whatever that is. You have this ability, they say, to create things and see growth. You can take something and make something out of it. It's what they're telling me. This is about you. Again, don't get caught up in any type of arguments where you're going to take, you're going to say things that you know, in the heat of the moment that you can't take back. This is about inner strength. This is about, I often say part of being strong is restraint, right? When we want to just jump out and say what we're thinking, we have to kind of suck it back in and say, okay, think about this. Think about this before you say something. Do it with more understanding, compassion, and tolerance. Okay. You, like I said, you'll win the battle by doing that rather than jumping in. Okay. You can still be direct. You can still lay your demands on the table and stand up for yourself, but don't do it aggressively because you'll lose right away. What happens is we become their sparring partner and they're ready to jump in and attack us at every angle. Now, the Two of Cups comes in, and that came up for the other one too. It's often called the card of love, but it could be partnership in love or in business, or even just a friendship that's going to grow to the next level. But in this card, it's very imperative that you communicate well with whoever you're dealing with. Okay, this other person, it's important that you do. Okay, so it's compatibility and unity, and you will get along great with this individual. Okay, whoever this is, it could be coming in your life, or they may already be there. Doesn't get much better than this. You had the Sun, and now you got the 10 of Cups. So Marby, this is a happy ever after card. It means there's peace and harmony restored in the family unit or your chosen family or friends circle, your soul pod, right? This is getting along with everybody. This is about you finally seeing the clouds move out and possibly seeing the sun come out and maybe even a rainbow. And we always think when we see a rainbow that there's going to be a pot of gold at the end of that. And it could be there. But the pot of gold could be time, effort, support, love, or money. So thank you, Marby, for your question, and blessings, my dear. Okay, let's see who we've got next. Addy Gaddy. Okay, Addy Gaddy. Do we have I applied? Here she is, Addy Gaddy. I applied for a remote job at Summit Company with Nicole Smith. Wow. For interview on Wednesday, June 18th. Will I be successful in getting the job offer? Wow. Okay. All right. Let's see if she's going to be successful. All righty. See what we have here.
So, Ati Gatti, if I had to say, will you be successful? I would say yes, because your overall, it'll all come together. Your overall energy, the unity card. This reminds me of your interview. Here they are, look, they're all sitting around with the laptops, having a discussion, having a chat. This is about you working well together, talking things over, working out a plan, and working well with other people, understanding other people, and working out a way that you can all work together very happily. Your help is the celebration card, the 3 of Cups, good news coming in, good reason to celebrate. Your focus is the Temperance card. This is about mixing ideas together. It's about balance. It's about compromise. We're talking about talking things over here. I think you might have to be quite flexible and listen carefully and work out a plan. This Temperance card is about compromise, mixing ideas together, talking it over. Very much a card of discussions. The Ace of Teacups, how can you help yourself? It's the start of loveliness. The aces are all the beginning of something. And if I had to put this into one sentence, the Ace of Cups, the start of loveliness, happiness, joy, fulfillment, optimism. You've got 2 of the happiest cards in the whole deck and another one coming up in a minute. Spirit guidance, Knight of Coins. This is about plan A, plan B, and if necessary, plan C. So before you go for this interview, make sure you have everything in place. This knight isn't charging off on the motorbike because she's looking at the map. She's studying. She's getting all her information together. So when she gets on this motorbike, she knows exactly where she's going and exactly how to get there because she knows all the details. So before this interview, do your homework, get your plans together, have the information that you need at your fingertips. That's a feeling I'm getting from this. Once this lovely knight gets back on that bike, the map's put away because she knows exactly where she's going. And the happy ever after, dreams coming true, 9 of Cups to finish off. Things that you've been working for, hoping for, dreaming of, things you've been manifesting, actually showing up. So what a lovely week. I wish you every success with that. Do your homework, be well prepared, be flexible, be ready to compromise. And the cards I've got in front of me are looking fabulous. So over to you, Brenda.
Addy Gaddy, your all over energy is the 4 of Coins. The 4 of Coins says that you could be juggling your money. There could be a lot on your plate right now, but also you could be concerned about money, being careful about your money right now. Okay, so money may be the focus, and this is why you're applying for this job. Remote's beautiful. Everybody wants remote work. I do readings on people all the time, and that's what they want. They get offers, but they want to work at home or anywhere else in the world they can travel. So that would be great if you get it. I think you've proven yourself how hard you can work. Here comes in again the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands says you felt as though you were being pushed and not getting paid enough for what you were doing before. This is why I'm seeing you're moving on to a new job. You're wanting to apply for something that is remote. You can work out of the house, but you're going to be paid well for your job. Now, you felt as though you've been pushed really hard with your previous job or the job you may still be at right now, and you're not getting compensated for it. You feel as though they're not rewarding you or seeing your self-worth here. You're going to get over this. This burden's going to pass. You're going to move on. Justice is going to be done. This is karmic justice coming in, and you're going to get that second chance to prove yourself and get out there. This is karmic justice. And, you know, these are life lessons. This is cause and effect. And by going to this interview, they're going to find out, make sure you have your resume really up to par, that it's up to date. If there's anything in there, go over it again and make sure you've got everything in there, because I think you've got some hidden talents that you might not have even put on that resume, and they'll notice it. Now, there's 2 paths. You may be given a couple of options when you go for this interview, whereby you may have to think about it and make a choice. You're planning, you're always thinking the grass is greener on the other side, and it possibly can be, but they may be giving you a couple of offers and options here. They're going to offer you something, whether it's in the form of money, benefits, or something here where you're going to have to make a decision. Okay. You're waiting in anticipation. Once you do this interview, you're going to be waiting there. Okay. So don't allow yourself to get up in your head. These are options. You're planning for the grass to be greener on the other side. The 3 of Wands says there might, even though this is remote, I think you're going to be dealing with people on an international level. Okay. This is about the card of travel. This is about the card moving, possibly moving abroad to a foreign land or dealing with people on an international level. But you'll be happy with the choices and decisions that are going to be made for you. This is a card of success and being happy. You've got the High Priestess. The High Priestess says, do your homework. Okay. Anne's always saying this. Do your homework. That's what be assertive. That's another one she says, so that you know all the answers. And I don't say that derogatively, Anne.
No.
It's a good way of putting things. So be assertive, do the homework, find out what's going on in the background, research this job to be sure it's what you really want. It sounds good to me. I think that, right now you're doing this because you're finding money is a little bit tight and you're juggling money around. I see you're being very mindful. You're budgeting right now. You're trying to save up for your future. But I do think that you'll find out some secrets in the background that you're going to need to know. Usually, she sits there very cool, calm, and collected because she found out everything she needed to know. And now she's at ease. She can sit there. She's got that book of knowledge or Akashic records on her lap. And it's like, well, I sealed that one. So I think the interview is going to go very well. I do think they're going to give you a couple of options that you'll have to be subjected to making a decision about. Okay. So what is she saying here? She's saying, wow, I love it. I'm ready. Yes, I am in need to study the company more. Yes, it does. Well, it's the same job that I do now. Okay. So it's the type of same job that you do now. Well, you work very hard, my dear. That's what they're showing me. Okay. You deserve to be paid better for what you do. Okay, so our next one is the Lucky Sprite. Lucky Sprite. Here she is. Okay, Lucky Sprite. Hi, ladies. Career, please, and keep me in your thoughts for this Tuesday for the interview. Okay,
so people having interviews on Tuesday.
Now she also said, Lucky Sprite, I forget where you live. I think is that no? What is that currency there? I forget. She has told me. What is that currency? Where are you, Lucky Sprite? I keep forgetting where you are. Let us know where you are. Hi, Erica. All right. Well, I love it. Okay. She said, could you send her the link? We're all asking her for the link for her mother's show, but her mother, she's over in the UK and we can't get it here in Canada. But she said maybe after the series has been aired over there may be a way we can get. Oh, you're in the Philippines. Okay, right. Okay, so I forgot about that. I know you've told me before. I'm sorry. So yeah. Anyway, I don't think you could get it over there right now either because I can't get it here.
Not yet, but I think you will do. So a bit later on.
As soon as she finds out, she'll send us a link.
I will.
Love to sit and see her mother in a TV program, eh? She's a super fan. At 95. At 95, go figure. It's exciting. Yeah. Hi, Ellen. How are you? Okay, so our next one is Lucky Sprite.
Lucky Sprite. So I've dealt the cards already, Brenda, because I'm just looking for the next 10 minutes. I can get one more in, and then I simply must go. But Lucky Sprite, this is looking really nice for you. Especially for your interview on Tuesday, because the first card we've got is the Chariot. Moving forward. This is the end of delays. This is you moving forward with balance and with discipline. The Chariot is a major arcana card. It's a loud energy. So this is moving forward. It's absolutely lovely. We've got the Page of Teacups next. Now, the pages bring information. They all have a little envelope on the card here. And this Page of Teacups brings in messages of appreciation, of help, support, guidance, love. So here this lovely little page comes in, just with that extra help and support. It also says, trust your intuition as well. Listen to that little voice inside. The Ace of Coins, something brand new, a golden opportunity. It's the start of something. It's the coin suit. So it's very much connected to work, career, money, practicality, home life. So here's your golden opportunity, the start of something new. And then you finish off with the Sun card. This is lovely. This is success after hard work. You reaping the rewards of your success. It's beautiful. It's happiness. It's joy. After all that hard work, our little angel, look, she's been looking after these little seeds forevermore, and now they're flowering. It's happiness, it's joy, it's success as well. So moving on to success with loving help and support and towards a golden opportunity. Lucky Sprite, you've got some of the best cards in the whole deck all at once. It's beautiful. So I wish you well. I'll think about you on Tuesday.
Beautiful. Thank you, Anne. Okay, Lucky Sprite, your all over energy is that of the magician. The universe is saying you've got all the power at your fingertips to make this manifest into something you want. This could come in the form of time, effort, support, love, or maybe even somebody helping you out financially in the future. But the universe says this is yours. You've got it. Believe in yourself. The Two of Coins comes in. That's juggling back and forth. Might be juggling your money, moving money around, being mindful of it. You could be juggling your home life with your work life. You may have two offers, options, decisions, and choices to make. I wouldn't worry about it. You're going to know the right one to do. This is the leap of faith for you. Okay. Make sure, like Anne says, you're assertive and you get your ducks in a row and you're prepared. This is about, I tell everybody, don't jump off that cliff till you check your parachute. Be prepared. Okay. Make sure you walk into that interview with everything that you need. And don't forget to wear your red glasses, or wear your red lipstick, or wear your red shoes. But red is a power, but it has to be very small, whatever it is, just one item in red. That's a good luck. I don't know about in the Philippines, but it is here. It's a power color. So this is about you. You're ready to take the leap. Make sure you are. Be prepared. This is a good move for you. This is going to be something that's going to be compatible. Okay. You've got the Two of Cups. This is going to be a good partnership. I think working with this company is a little bit different. You may, it could be different people that you're dealing with, ethnicities, cultures, but, you know, very different. But you're going to collaborate and put your heads together to be compatible. This is a card of love. It can be partnership in love, business, you know, getting along with that other person and making sure you're clear and concise when you go in for that interview. Okay. The Five of Swords says you're worrying about it. Okay. Don't battle with yourself about this. This is a no-win situation. Okay. When you get up in your head and you start questioning your motives and you know, and that, this is the card that says, but pull away from, don't become anybody's sparring partner this week either. Cause I always say that about this card. Walk away at, you know, at all costs. Avoid any kind of arguments with anybody this week. Cause what's important is you need to feel 100% when you walk in. Don't drag in other people's drama into your life. Okay. You want to go in there fresh. And you will, because I think you're going to come out ahead of the game. You've got the Nine of Pentacles, and that is you walking in your Garden of Eden or your Garden of Abundance. You know, this is about being able to say, oh, I finally made it. I've got it. I can put my feet up a little bit. Now I can have a little breather. Okay. So remember, this is a card that says there could be a lot of offers and options coming up for you to make choices and decisions on. Go for them all. Okay. Don't just go for a pick. I always say, just don't go in your Garden of Eden and pick from one tree. You got all these choices here. Keep your eyes open to anything new. And when you go in for that interview, make sure your eyes are open to everything that they are telling you and offering you. Okay. Make sure it's worth your while. Okay. Lucky Sprite, it looks good. You know, when you come off with the Magician, you've got everything there to make this work. Okay. So it's excellent. Thank you so much. Okay, our next one is we've got SP. Hi, SP. I love your number 1111.
Hang on, Brenda. Did we have? Sorry, have we got one for
Magnuson?
Yes.
Okay, you're right. So we did Lucky Sprite. So we got Magnuson. Sorry about Magnuson. It's a super sticker. Magnuson. Thank you, Magnuson. Do you have a question, Magnuson? Because we need a question, sweetheart. Lucky sticker is just usually a donation, but you paid $20, so I want to do a reading for you. Do you want a general, or do you want us to pull the cards on what we see coming in for you, or do you have a specific question? Magnuson, can you tell us what you'd like us to focus on this reading? Okay. If you're thinking about it, then we'll go on and we'll come back to you. Here you go. Okay, sweetheart.
Looking for a new job.
Luchia. Yes, I'm looking for a new job. Thank you very much, Luchia. Okay. All righty.
Okay.
Thank you.
I've got the cards ready, Brenda, because after this one, I really must fly.
Yeah.
So here we go. So your overall energy, 3 of Swords, 3 of Pencils. This is very much you healing, moving on. You've taken your time just to rest, relax. And now it's very much a move forward. It can sometimes be in a new direction. The 8 of Wands, this could happen quite quickly. Everything taking off, you juggling lots of things all at once for the best reasons possible. So things moving on really quite quickly. Delays being over. What do you need to focus on? Success. This is the victory card. Literally what it says on the card. Victory, success, happiness, and joy. It's absolutely beautiful. How can you help yourself? Walk away from the nonsense. This is the 5 of Wands. Here she has, look, the thunderstorm rattling on behind her, but she's all right. She's got her umbrella. She's got her Wellington boots on, and she's moving away. She's walking towards the sunshine. So if there's anybody else having a drama, leave it to them. If there's any conversation you don't need to be part of, again, leave it to them. Walk away from the nonsense. And here you are, the spirit guidance says, here you are, the Two of Wands. This is a card of walking forward as part of a positive partnership, working together. And when you both work together, that's where the success can be found. And the wand suit is very dynamic. It's very energetic. It's very action orientated. So here you are making this confident move forward. And the Magician card as the outcome literally says, yes, you can. You are ready. You can do it. It's a major arcana card. It's absolutely beautiful. And it's here with their arms on your shoulder saying, yes, you can. Stay motivated. You've got everything you need. Know that you've got this and know that you can do this. So I hope that resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming into the room.
Beautiful, Anne. So we're going to love you and leave you and let you run to the television to watch your superstar movie star mother on television. And yeah, so isn't that great? So thank you so much. And I will see you again next Sunday at 2:00, but we'll be chatting and send me any pictures that you can.
I will. In between, love to everybody. Apologies for those I've missed out. Hi, Damara, sending love. I'll see you soon.
Okay, take care. Say hi to your family. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, here I am. So anyway, yes, it's very interesting about her mother. Okay, so Luchia, your all over energy is the strength card. So step into your strengths, my darling. When you go in there for that, you're looking for a new job. Make sure that again your resume is up to date. You have a lot there to offer to the right position. Step up there and shine in your strength. Also, if you're being caught up in any kind of sparring this week or arguments or issues, lay your demands on the table, clear and concise, but don't get aggressive, because this is a card that says you need to be more understanding, listen to the other side of the story, okay? But step up into your strengths. You've got the Hierophant. The Hierophant says you're tapping into higher self, spirituality, and it's also the card of leveling up, stepping up the ladder, ascending to a higher self, to a better place. This place where you're going to be working might be more traditional. It might be kind of like an institution where you're going. It's about being conventional and things like that. It will be, I think, a position where you're going to have to really commit your time to it. Okay. You could be hearing about somebody from your past. They could be returning, somebody maybe you used to work with, or maybe somebody from your past are going to resurface. I think they bring something to the table to you that will be beneficial. This is also the card of, allowing yourself to just breathe and have fun. Tap into your inner child. And, think about, you could be just reminiscing and thinking about your past and your childhood as well. Your challenge part of the reading is you're feeling anxious. You've got the Nine of Swords, and that's you worrying about it, taking your troubles to bed and maybe not even getting your rest. Don't do that, sweetheart. Luchia, you've got to let your troubles go, especially you need your rest. You need to be going on all your battery levels. Okay. So try not to be negative. Try not to, get up in your head and think, I'm not going to get this. I want you to be positive and say, this is mine. I own it. It's going to be mine. Because the Queen of Cups says you deserve to be happy. And she does what makes her happy, makes her strong. She's able to give to everybody else. And you may be that type of individual where your family, your friends, and everybody is demanding of your time. But you've always been the kind of person to step up and do it without any problem. But I want you to remember, it's time for you to take care of your needs. I want you to do what you love. Pick the job that you love. Pick the relationship you love. Pick the time and do something right for you. She is able to do that and step up to the plate and do her job 150%, because she realizes she's got to take care of herself first in order to be happy to do that. Okay. You could be dealing with a mother energy as well. Now the Emperor comes in, and this is you sitting in the seat of power, logical, organized, getting your ducks in a row, crossing your T's, and being able to be in command. This is somebody who could also be the father figure. Okay. You could be dealing with a father figure or somebody who you look up to, who has the wisdom and experience to guide you through a process. So, but I see this as you being able to take the lead. Often with this card, it may give you more of a supervisory position where you might be the head of a team, or you might not need somebody telling you what to do or breathing down your throat. You might be independently able to handle your job on your own, or you might be in charge of handling other people. So, my dear girl, Go into your strengths, lean into your strengths. Okay, sweetheart. Thank you so, so much for coming in and requesting that reading from me. It's nice to meet you, Luchia. Okay, who have we got next? There we go. We've got my beautiful friend, Ellen Cousin. I am in two minds about Liam, my sales assistant in the shop on Saturday. We talked about doing my own website, but he shows instability. Not sure I can trust him. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got here for you. Wait a minute. I think I missed somebody here. Erica. I got to jump in. I jumped the gun here. We've got after Magnus, and I'm sorry, Elaine, I got to do SP. I got to go according to where they are in line here. Okay, so it's SP, it's Erica, then it is Helen. Okay. All right. So sorry about that, Helen. I kind of jumped. I went ahead of somebody else, and I have to be fair about this. But thank you. We'll get to you. Okay. All right. So SP. Yes. Thanks. Okay, for letting me know, sweetheart. Okay, SP. What do you need to know right now? What's going on in your life? Okay, spirit and guides. Messages. What does she need to see, know, and expect? Where is her head now, and what is her future looking like? You're probably going to show me what's brought her here. So let's see what we've got. Spirit and guides. I hope everybody's doing good. It's Father's Day here in my neck of the woods. And a lot of people are busy and they're with their families right now celebrating their fathers. But we always think of our fathers that are here and our fathers that aren't. So let's see what we've got here. SP. What does she need to see, know, and expect? Please, spirit and guides. Here. What does she need to see, know, and expect? Happening. So, by the way, guys, anybody that becomes a member on my channel, I will be doing channel members only. And everybody who is a member on my channel for $2.99, you are entitled to a free reading when I do members only. Also, there are extra videos there once a month. I have done the monthly oracle messages for all my members as well. So, as soon as I get enough members, I'm going to be doing members only live chats like this, where every one of you that are a member, it's highlighted in green, you will be entitled to have a free reading from me, okay, out on the live session. So please look at, it's not expensive. It's $2.99, and you end up with more perks. You end up with better emojis. You end up with extra additional information and videos, and you're going to get a free reading from me. And I hope to run them possibly on a regular basis, okay? So that maybe once a month you guys can come in and have a free reading, just like you're doing here now. You're paying me for a question. You'll get one answered, okay? So let's see what we have here. So beautiful SP. Let's see what we have here, my friend. You've got the star card. That's your all over energy. Boy, that's good luck. To start off your reading with the star, it basically says everything's going to turn up roses for you. You've got the lovers. The lovers is that card that says, yeah, there could be somebody new coming in. But mainly this is a card of making the right choices and decisions on an emotional level. Okay, there could be somebody in your life that you have to consider when you're making a major choice or a decision. All right. Often they say, let your heart lead your head here. But I always say, always let your head lead your heart. Okay, so it's major choices. Could have to do with love. It could have to do with soulmates, kindred spirits, perfect unions in your life. Now you have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands says you're coming into your own. Okay, you're going to see that you are succeeding at things. You're waiting for something else to happen. You've accomplished something. You pulled something off, and now you're waiting to see what you're going to receive for it. The rewards coming in for something that you've done. But it's also the card that says you could be traveling, you could be moving, you could be wanting to go abroad. So many people are working virtually now. They can live anywhere they want in the world, and a lot of people are wanting to leave where they're living now and go to a different country. That's a possibility too. Or you could be dealing with people on an international level. The Queen of Swords says you're out of here. She's that queen that says, I'm out of here. What doesn't serve her, she gets rid of it. She walks away from toxic, unfulfilling jobs, relationships, energy around her in general. If somebody isn't pulling their weight and she's been doing all the effort and putting the work into it, she says, I'm not doing it anymore. She's very independent. She's single. She's solo. And she says, I don't need anybody to tell me what to do with my life. I'm going to do it. So you could be getting rid of something. You could be cleaning house. You could be, letting go of something that's no longer serving you. Done and done. I like her. She's strong and she's headstrong and she knows what's good for her. Now, the Emperor comes in, and that came in as well earlier. And this is about you finally taking control and taking your power back. Okay. You may have been taking a back seat to a situation and allowing somebody else to have control. Excuse me, not anymore. You're going to step up to the plate. You're going to have stability and structure, and you're going to be logical, and you're going to be in the seat of power now. You're going to be able to, excuse me, make the choices and decisions that benefit you for you. The last one is a magician. Yeah, you've got the ability to create all this happiness yourself. Okay, so this is a card that says the universe says you've got it here right now, SP. Whatever your dream is, don't be afraid to go after it. Okay, you've got all the resources there to make it happen. And especially, excuse me, when you started off with the Oliver energy of the star, it's one of the best cards in the whole deck. So really good positive reading. Okay. All right. So we're going up here. Erica, I think, is my next. Thank you so much, SP. Okay. We need to have a really good drink of water here. Allergy time, guys. I may have a mint too in a minute. Okay. So Erica, thank you so much. Thank you, SP. All right, Erica, what do you need to see, know, and expect? Spirit and guides, give us some messages. What's coming in behind her? She needs to be prepared for. Where is she now? Where's her head now? Her energy now? What is her future looking like? What does she need to expect coming forward, moving forward, forward thinking, forward moving? Let's see what we have here. All righty, let's see what we have. Okay. Let's see, for my beautiful Erica. Thank you so much, Erica, for coming in. By the way, where are we here? Damara, sorry I didn't acknowledge you. Anne did as she was leaving the room. It's always a pleasure to see you, sweetheart. I love watching your posts on Instagram and Facebook. I mean, that wardrobe that you have, oh my Lord, it's amazing. I know you're an entertainer and you've got beautiful clothes, but these are incredible. And you're so beautiful too. All righty. Okay. Let's see what we have. All right. Oh, we got an extra one. So one of these is going to be your all over energy. That one. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Erica. Good cards. Okay. All right. Your all over energy is the moon. Okay. So the moon is about trusting your gut instincts, relying on that, and finding out any information or secrets that you need to know in the background that will help elevate you and move you forward. We always need to be prepared. We always need to have trust or intuition. We always need to move forward and get the information that you want. You don't want to be caught with, short-sighted and not and not knowing something. Okay. Blindsided here. Keep your eyes open. All right. Trust your instincts. You've got everything you need here. Now, you've got the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is good news, okay? It's about a new offer coming in and you taking action and saying, yeah, I'm going to give this a try, okay? So, Erica, if there's been something you've been wanting to do and the offer comes forward, you're going to think about it. You're going to find out the information. You're not going to jump in with both feet and as I say, into the quicksand and try to figure out your way out of it. You're going to find things out, okay? You're very good. You could be dealing with somebody who's a salesperson, a politician, somebody who's involved in the church, anything like that when we get this Page of Wands. Now, you're trying to balance things right now because you have the Two of Coins. And the Two of Coins is that card that says you could be balancing your work life with your home life, or you could be balancing your checkbook, okay, your bank account. There could be two choices, two decisions, two offers, two options that you have to make a decision about. It's a jester here. He's happy-go-lucky. He's going, oh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one do I choose? Okay, so you'll be able to pick the one. You'll think about it. You'll trust your instincts and your gut feeling, and you will be able to bring balance into your life. Take yourself to center. Take a deep breath if you have to make a choice in a decision. The Hermit comes in. You've been planning something, dreaming about something, taking yourself to the silence. And when we go within, we never go without. So you could be leaning into people who you can learn things from, people who you look up to as a mentor, and you listen to their wisdom and information they give you. Okay. This is about you learning something so that you can light the path for other people. You have that ability to teach, preach, and convey wise information to other people. You're soul searching right now. You're on a spiritual quest as well. Queen of Pentacles, yes, planting your seeds for something better, being patient, She's often depicted in some of the decks I use as the coin being held in her stomach as though she's pregnant, giving birth to her dreams. Okay, but realizing everything takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day. You could also be entertaining children or animals. She's very family oriented, and also nature. You could be getting out in nature more. This is about fertility and prosperity, anything like that. You could also be, there could be, a mother figure, but she's also an excellent businesswoman. So you're watching your money here, as I had said here with the Two of Coins. Okay. Maybe you're thinking about you're very good with your money, you're very, very careful with your money. Something's going to make you want to celebrate. Three of Cups. So this is getting together with your friends, your family, your colleagues. You might be having a reunion. There could be some sort of an event coming in where you guys want to go and you want to celebrate and party and have a good time. I think you should do that. This is beautiful. So it's about friendship and enjoying yourself. Get out there with your friends. Don't sit back. All work and no play isn't good either, Erica. Okay, sweetheart. So enjoy yourself. Hello, Red Dragon. How are you? I'll put your name down here. I'm out here till 3:30, and so that's another 15 minutes. So okay, so my next one I think is Ellen. Yes, it is. Okay, Elaine, I finally got to you. Sorry, sweetheart. Okay, so you don't know whether to this Liam. He's talked about doing your website, but he shows instability. Okay. It's nice to get somebody that but often when we do that, they don't put us on their priority list, right? If you're paying somebody big bucks to do it, they're going to do it. Liam may be doing it for nothing or for a minimal amount. What if you were to offer him something? Like, could you offer him a bit of money or more money or something that he would step up and do this? It's important that you have a good website, right? And you want, and he's good. I think he's good. But if he's not, if he's not committed, then he's not a good choice, right? So let's see what the cards say, though. Okay. I think he wants something, and it might be money. Okay. Yeah. Or more money. Okay. Let's see what we've got. It's all about give and take, push, pull. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Okay. It's that kind of a thing I'm seeing going on. So, yeah. See what we got. All right. All right, Spirit, what is her all over energy here? What is her all over energy? Let's see what you've got here. King of Cups. Okay. I think this guy's very nice. I think he's kind, he's considerate, he's understanding, but that doesn't always, pay the bills, as they say, right? The Oliver energy is the King of Cups, your ideal friend, your ideal partner in life, kind, compassionate, understanding, has the ability to want to help you. And this particular king wants to help you without expectation. So he's a good person. Okay. So I think it's okay with him. I wanted to know the Oliver energy. Okay. So I had seen him maybe wanting something in return, but this king doesn't. Okay. He's going to do it. I think he just needs to have a little push to get him going. You want it done. You don't want to wait forever, right? The Chariot is, pulling off something, accomplishing something. You're doing well. And the reason you do well is because, Helen, you're always prepared. And we always talk about this Chariot going into the arena to fight off these wild animals, but he's prepared. I always envision him throwing a hunk of meat out, the animals running for the meat, and he gets out of there. So, you're being prepared. You're crossing your T's, dotting your I's. You're wanting to have everything accurate and ASAP because you're very organized, but you're going to be overcoming any obstacles. So this is a good card that says things will work out. You're waiting. This is 2 paths and 2 decisions. Do I pick this guy or don't I? Right? You're waiting for your ship to come in, but I do think with this card, you guys are good. You work together well. And I think that at the end of the day, you just have to keep nudging him to get him to move. Okay. I think he's capable of doing a very good, website for you. It's good news. The page says he'll start it. It's taking him time. Okay. This is the beginning. This page of wands comes in. He's enthusiastic. He may have come across and said, yeah, I can do this. I'm great at it and blah, blah, blah. And now he's busy with his own life. And often when we have friends do things for us that we know, it's like people who have their houses built and they say, oh, well, my brother's a contractor, but everybody else is paying him $200,000 to do what he's doing. And I'm getting it for free. So now I'm at the bottom of the food chain, right? So think about that. Okay. There might be, even though he doesn't want anything in return because he's a good guy, I would be thinking about what can I give him to get him going? Okay. Think of something you can do. Okay. So he's there. I mean, I think he just needs to be a little more enthusiastic. If not, you're going to be moving on. Okay. Because here is the 8 of Cups. This is just a card of balance. So taking yourself to center, slowly moving. I think you're really wanting to move in a different location geographically, but also possibly a different job. You're always waiting for that grass is greener on the other side, which is what productive people and successful people do. They don't just stay in one spot and levitate. So this is about, feeling as though you're having to handle everything yourself. I think eventually you're going to be moving on to somewhere else to work and somewhere else to live anyway. We've talked about that. You're feeling as though you're carrying the whole burden of the world on your shoulders. And you are. You're single, you're independent, you're strong, but there comes a point where even you can have burnout. So don't overload yourself. Don't take on more than you can. Don't overtax yourself mentally, okay? I want you to set aside some time where you can just breathe and let go. Now, an extra card flew out, which is the Death card, and it means it's going to be the end of those hard times. Okay, that door will close and things are going to be better, a brighter, better future for you to go forward to. This is transformation, change again coming into your life. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Helen. Thank you so much again for your friendship, first of all, and for coming in and asking me for this reading. Okay. All right. So we have all our super chats so far. We're down to 8 people in the room. Now, I don't know if Stephanie, if you're still here, I want to welcome Red Dragon. You're new to me. Thank you so much for coming in the room, in my chat room. And as I had said to everybody, those that become a member on my channel, follow my videos for $2.99. You get additional videos in the back office strictly for you members. But also I'm going to be running a chat only live session like this, where everybody that comes in that is a member will get a free reading from me as time permits. Okay. And when I'm out here for an hour or whatever, or an hour and a half. So every so often, maybe every month, every 2 months, you guys that are members on my channel. And also you're going to get an honorable mention at the end of every one of my videos. Now I'm going to have your names up there, thanking each and every one of you. It's like having people that are Patreons. You guys are members and you've joined my channel. For $2.99 a month, you're going to get extra videos every month and you're going to get a free reading from me when I go live with and I'll let you know in advance so that you guys are around so you can capitalize on that. Okay. So what happened to Anne? Oh, you got to hear this story, Helen. Anne's mother had become a movie star at 95. So what happens is she's over there in the UK in this little town, and don't ask me the name of the town over there, but it's where Anne was raised, and it's a very tiny little hamlet over there outside of Yorkshire. And somebody came in and wanted to do sort of a documentary program, and it's 4 series they're going to do over there. And her mother stepped forward and she's part of the show because she's 95 and she's charming and she used to be a teacher and she's lived there her whole life. So she's like a book of knowledge or a book of history. So she's on a television show every Sunday at a specific time, which is 8 o'clock her time. And so they want to watch it on the television, right? She wants to not just tape it, but she wants to watch it, and her family's all there. They're watching it, and it's exciting. So I don't know about that, but we PVR everything. We tape everything here so we can look at it. We never miss a show. So I have to talk to her about that. So she has to leave earlier to watch this show her mother's in. But God bless her mother, 95. And she's just a going concern. She's in good health. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that incredible? I mean, to be 95 to begin with and have all your marbles and to be able to go on a television show like a movie star. And her mother's just this cute little simple, just like Anne is, down to earth. You know what you have with Anne. She's just a beautiful, natural person. And her mom's the same. But isn't that great? That's funny. That's where Anne is now. She's watching television, as she says, the telly. Okay, so I'm going to go back here because the first one that came in my room was Stephanie. Stephanie, if you're still here, I'd like to give you a card message. Yeah, isn't she amazing, Tamara? And if not, we've got who have we got here that we haven't done? Most of you guys I've done here. Magnus, like it's right. Erica, Helen, Red Dragon, you're here, and Damara. Okay, so Damara's here, right? All right, what do we got? And Damara is highlighted because she is a monitor of mine, and so she has the power to strike when the iron's hot. So if I get anybody in here who's disrespectful, she just has to move them. But I don't. I have a beautiful room of people who are really kind and considerate. I don't get these people coming in and disrupting my room. Okay, I'm trying to find a pen that actually has ink in it, guys. So isn't that funny? It's like when you need one, you can't find one. Okay, so everybody else has had a reading. Rooted's had a reading. Marby's had a reading. Addy Gaddy. We got Wanda. Wanda, you haven't had a reading. Magnus, Luchia, Lucky Sprite, Erica, Elaine. So we're down to Stephanie. We're down to Wanda. And we've got Red Dragon and Damara. Damara will be first, who I can give you. Tammy Bambi, I don't know, honey, where she is. It's Father's Day. She's got a beautiful family. Okay. And she's in, I'm sure she's with her family. I think because her dad's still alive. Isn't that amazing? And so I think she's spending the day with her father. So that's where I'm thinking she is. She knows whenever I'm live. So that's what she's doing. But she didn't, I don't think, unless she left me a message I didn't get. I haven't read yet. Okay, so we're going to go and we're going to do Damara first. Okay, because Damara was here and she's here every single week. Please check Damara out. She is a beautiful seasoned, hi Trend Zone, beautiful seasoned entertainer. And she has sang with some of the greats out there, Motown and any kind of music you can imagine. But she's on Facebook and it's called the Sugar Bar, and she sings on it, and she hosts it. She's been part of it for years. So please watch her. If you are on YouTube, look it up. It's called the Sugar Bar, and it's in New York, and Damara is part of it. So it's beautiful. Hi, Brittany Marie. How are you? Nice to see you. You're a new name to me, so I'm going to write your name down. I love your name, Brittany. Okay. Brittany Marie Bruce. Okay, welcome. Okay, so what we've done is we're winding down now. I'm closing the room down at 3:30. Okay, that means I've been out here an hour and a half, and I've done all my super chat. Oh, no, I haven't. We're gonna give. We got Trend Zone tomorrow. Sorry, sweetheart. We got to do Trend. Hi, Trend. He wants a general. So the super chats are closed now, and I'm going to be shutting down at 3:30. But I'm going to try to get through, like I'm going to do tomorrow, and I'm going to try to do anybody else that's in the room, and just give you a couple cards of energy. Okay, so let's see what we have for Trend, spirit messages and guides. What does Trend need to see, know, and expect here today? Let's see. You're always such a good client of mine too. Okay. All right. Okay, what have we got here? Okay, you have a new offer coming in. You have the Ace of Pentacles. It's a financial new beginning. There might be something you've invested in, Gerald, and you're going to see that you're going to get the return for it. Maybe something's coming up that you can cash it out. Maybe something, you're able to make some money on. But it's also the card of a new job, a new beginning, new business. It's money and investment. So you're going to do okay. You've got the Lovers. There's some major choices and decisions you may have to make with somebody on an emotional level, somebody who's close to you, somebody who you know very well. But it could be somebody new coming into your life as well. But in order to get that, you have to get out there and put yourself out there, right? If you're interested in meeting somebody. I know you're single and you've been single your whole life, and that's been your choice. But there could be somebody new. I know you've had a girlfriend, and but anyway, this is the perfect union if somebody comes forward. Okay. Now your challenge is the Two of Swords. Do I do it or don't I do it? You could be at a crossroads with somebody, and I know who this is. This is that darn neighbor of yours stirring the pot up because they're nosy and they have nothing better to do with their time. This is about you making sure you have all the, and I think you might have had this the last time, getting all the information that you need to submit when the court case comes in, if it goes to court. But this is about calling a truce right now and making sure you have all the information that you need, okay? Because you're kind of at a stalemate right now. Nothing's moving, right? So standing up for your beliefs. Yeah, you're not going to back down. No way. No way. You know, you're my big, you're my big bear there in Chicago. You're not going to back down. You don't need to back down. You deserve to stand up for your rights. This is your property. This is you and how you live. And this is none of their business. So I think you're going to be standing up for your beliefs, fighting in your corner and protecting what you, and being defensive. That's okay. You can do that. Stay determined. This is a challenge for you. Stand your ground. Don't give in. Okay. All right. You're going to come out the star. You're going to win it. Okay. I think there's going to be a bit of a compromise, but you're walking in your light. The star is one of the best cards here, shining in the light. Dream big. What is it you really want to see happen? It's a big yes card. Okay. So you have that ability now. You're going to get recognition for who you are. And I think you're going to finally see some contentment out of this issue. Okay. So it's a card of healing and positivity and having faith in what you're going to be finding happen. Okay. So, yeah, they're going to have a rude awakening, my friend. Yeah. Okay. All righty. So, all right. So Stephanie isn't here. We've got Damara, which I said we're going to do Damara. Okay. So Damara. Yes, my darling. Damara, my beautiful entertainer. Look how beautiful she is, guys. She's absolutely a knockout. Okay. Let's see. And not only a knockout, she's talented. This girl can sing. This girl can dance. Oh my God. She could put the Rockettes to shame with her high kicks. I mean, I go ouch every time she kicks on stage. Like, oh, I felt that, Damara. She's just amazing. She's so beautiful. Okay. Damara, Ace of Pentacles, financial new beginning, new financial opportunity, new job, new business, money coming in. Can't go wrong with that. Wow. You've got the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is somebody new coming in. There could be somebody bringing something to the table of life that's up to date, modern, a new idea that you're going to love. But it can also be somebody who is younger, acts younger, or perhaps is younger or looks younger than you. And they're going to bring you something in here that you're going to like. But also it's a card that says, you could be receiving a token of somebody's feelings and affection for you. A letter, a text, a call, something. I'm sorry. Okay. You're constantly having a battle here. You know, it's an ongoing battle, but don't give up. You have the Nine of Wands, and Nine of Wands says, don't roll over and give up. Whatever you created, you hang on to it. Okay, sweetheart? Those are your cards. So, excuse me, guys, but I hate allergies. And mine are really kicking my butt today. So, I'm going to have a little tic-tac. There's my ad. I'm not getting paid for. Take away my throat. Okay, so the next one here that we know is here is, so Wanda's not here. Red Dragon and Brittany. Red Dragon, are you here? Step forward, sweetheart. If you're here, Red Dragon, let me know. And I'll give you a couple of cards, okay? You're back here somewhere. There you are. All right, Red Dragon. Calling Red Dragon. Hello, hello, hello. If not, I'm going to go on to Brittany. Brittany Marie Bruce. I love that name. Oh, Sean, how did I miss you? Hello. Sean, you're always here. Okay, we're going to do Sean. All righty, Sean. Sean. What does she need to see, know, and expect? Okay. All righty. Wow. Okay, so you've got the Seven of Cups. You got lots of options, choices, decisions to make, maybe about something. Take your time, be mindful. Everything that glitters isn't gold. Don't jump into the first thing that looks really good, because if it's too good to be true, it possibly is, but it looks too good to be true, okay? So there may be something here where you're going to have to make a wise decision and choice of choosing something. Stay in charge. You've got the ability to be the leader. This is the King of Wands. The King of Wands goes bigger, he goes home. He's not allowing anybody to talk about what he wants to do. So stay in your lane, okay? Be in charge, be decisive. Whatever it is you want, you have the ability to make that choice and decision. You're in command and control. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. You're going to pick the right one. Wow, jackpot. This is a card of happiness, getting out there, being able to know that karma's in your favor. This is a card of good luck and destiny and chance and karma. Wow. It's a card of fortune and fame. Beautiful. That's it. That's what you've got. Okay. So that was for Sean. Red Dragon, are you here, sweetheart? If you're here, I will give you a couple of cards. Look at the time, guys. 333. Beautiful card. Beautiful number. Okay. Brittany, you're still here. We will give you a couple of cards. Brittany, I've got 7 people in the room, so you guys have to step up. So I'm looking for Red Dragon and Brittany. So you got to go outside. No, I don't want to go outside. That's where all the pollen's blowing around. Hi, Earl. How are you, sweetie? Nice to see you. Brittany, there you are. Okay, Earl. Haven't seen you in a while. I'm just getting ready to shut down, but if I can, I'll give you a couple of cards before I do, okay? Oh, you're welcome, Sean. And you're always a beautiful person in my room, as everybody that comes in. I'm so blessed to have you guys. Remember, you want to become a member for $2.99. You're going to get additional videos in the back office, exclusive to you only. I'm also going to have a live chat like this for members only, where you're all going to get a free reading. You won't have to pay me that day for a reading, okay? So keep that in mind. All right. So just food for thought, guys. All right. Let's see what we have here for Brittany. Brittany, what have we got for you? Excuse me. Well, first of all, you're moving on from troubled waters to calmer shores. You're getting rid of something, going away from something, leaving something. You're moving on to a new place, and it's going to be better than the one you left. Okay. So something's going to improve in your life. This is going through a transition and a change for the better. The world is your oyster. It's at your feet. This is a card of travel too. The end of one cycle and the beginning of a new one. Your next card is the Page of Pentacles. Good news. It could be matters to do with a new beginnings, setting goals, opportunities, new job, new career. But you might be the one that's initiating this move to make this money yourself. You're in charge. Wow. Excellent. Okay, Brittany, that's yours. All righty. We've got Sean. No, I did you. Stephanie, here you are. I've been yelling your name here for a while. Let's see what we got. Thanks, honey, for coming back in, because you were my first one in the room, I think. Let's see what we've got for you. Okay. Okay. Queen of Wands. You know, she's good in business. She's got good sense. She's going in a new direction. Nothing's going to stop her. Stand in your power. Okay. Stephanie, stand in your power. There's something that you might want to do. Don't let anybody talk you out of it. Okay. You've worked hard. You've struggled to get where you are. And she's very focused. She doesn't back down. She's not going to let any of the doubters talk her out of anything. Just turn your back and tell those that don't agree with what you're doing. This is your life. Tell them to just back off. Coming in, you've got the 3 of Wands. This is travel, moving on, dealing with people on an international level. But you really have pulled off some accomplishments here. This is about you coming into your own, wanting to go forward and do something. And you're waiting to see your ships coming in. And they will. This is the card of having the foresight and thinking forward on your feet. Okay, planning something new. It's a card of freedom and success. And possibly, you might be thinking about taking a trip, going abroad, moving somewhere else, dealing with people on an international level. Here comes your beautiful Knight of Cups. This is your knight in shining armor that could be sweeping you off your feet in love or with an idea, or you could be getting an invitation to go to something like a wedding or an engagement party. Okay, those are your cards. All righty. So, Earl, my friend, you're here. All right. Nice to see you. Nice to see you too. I hope you're doing well. Travel day today. Are you traveling? Okay. Well, this is Father's Day. There probably is a lot of people out there traveling to see their parents, their father too. So you're welcome, Brittany. Marie. Okay. Let's see what I'm going to give you. Earl, you're my last one. And then I will be shutting down. So thank you so much, everybody, for following my videos. All your weekly videos are out there for next week. And all my members, check the end of my video. Stay till the end, because your names are going to be up in lights there. I'm thanking everybody every week for who is a member on my channel. And guess what? Tomorrow you're there. Guess what? Yes, anybody who's a member, their name will be there for people to see. Okay, so Earl. You could be juggling something, balancing something. You've got the two of coins. That could be, you could be dealing with money, juggling your bank account and moving money around, but you could be juggling your work, for your work time with, time constraints could be involved, your work and your home life. Okay. So this is a card of balance. Okay. You could have two choices, two decisions, two options and offers coming in. I wouldn't get stressed out. You'll make the right decision, but you're struggling here. The job you have involves competition and you're wanting to be ahead of the game. Don't allow yourself to get backed up against the wall and allow this conflict to this to bother you too much. This is about you could get involved in some sort of argument or some sort of a disagreement here, a struggle. Walk away from it, especially if it's not your battle. Okay. Something's going to happen fast. The 8 of Wands is that card of fast moving action. So if things have been going slow, get ready to hit the ground running and be busy. Okay. Might have to have wear a lot of different hats and do a lot of different things, Earl. It's also the card of flight. You could be planning a flight somewhere, an airline flight, or it could be the Wands of Cupid. Could be somebody coming in quickly for you if you're not already attached. Well, we're done. And it's been a great afternoon. So remember, guys, I will be going live again at 2 p.m. Next week and the next week too, because of Anne and her mother being on television. She has to leave me, but that's fine. That's okay. I'll still stay out here full time for you. But remember, I want to thank each and every one of you for following my videos, for liking, sharing, and for clicking the thumbs up. Always leave me, if you have time, a comment. I loved, and I try to read every single one of them, and at least leave you that I have acknowledged you in a heart, or some of you I will actually take time to give you a message from me. And if you've not joined my channel, please consider it, because as I said, you'll be able to get a free reading from me when I have my members only live. Okay. Then I'm going to go out and just bring in my members and be able to give you guys, because you're highlighted, okay, in green. You've seen them come in my room with green highlight, and then you'll be able to be given a free reading. So on that note, have a wonderful remainder to today, and check out your videos for next week. They're out there for you to view. So sending you guys blessings and love, and always know I stand in this circle of love and light for you. And I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.